VVPAT machines will be used in increasing number in certain identified legislative assembly constituencies. Commission has decided that Goa state will be saturated with VVPAT. VVPAT is voter verifiable paper audit trail, where the voter can see his vote or her vote where it has gone. Commission is also launching awareness program in each of these constituencies. The number of VVPAT constituencies will be further increased as our supplies start flowing from our manufacturer, and which will commence in this month only, in next 1 or 2 weeks. Ballot paper on electronic voting machines will have the photo of candidates. This is a new feature for these states. Now friends, there is a historic first step in Indian electoral process. Election Commission of India is joining the rank of global leaders in the area of electronic transmission of votes to our service voters, which comprise of defense, central paramilitary forces, and persons who are posted in our missions. And therefore, postal ballot to service voters will be transmitted electronically one way in certain identified legislative assembly constituencies. You are already aware that the first experiment was conducted in Puducherry in the month of November, and it was done successfully. Now coming to candidates, the Commission would like to share some important initiatives with regard to their transparency and election expenses. In addition to filing the affidavit in compliance of the order of the Honorable Supreme Court, there is another additional affidavit in compliance of another order of the Honorable High Court of Delhi, where candidates will be required to file a no demand certificate. And this no demand certificate will come from agencies such as dealing with electricity, water, telephone, and also the rent of the government accommodations which these candidates may have occupied in past 10 years. And the Commission would like to make it clear that failure to file this additional affidavit will be a defect of substantial nature, inviting scrutiny by the returning officer. Rules have also been changed, where candidate will be required to affix photo on nomination paper. Candidate will also be required to make a declaration that he is a citizen of India and has not acquired foreign citizenship. Now our model code of conduct comes into effect with immediate effect as we are speaking. This will apply to candidates, political parties, state governments. It will also apply to the central government insofar as their announcements and policy decisions pertain to for these states. Commission is determined to ensure strict compliance along with uniform application to all political parties, ruling or opposition. And Commission will also invoke provisions of substantive laws while enforcing model code of conduct. This time Commission has issued special operating procedures for first 72 hours after announcement and the last 72 hours. For first 72 hours after announcement, there is a need for our election machinery to get into swift mode, activated mode, to start implementing model code of conduct. In the last 72 hours of the entire process, you are aware there are complaints of malpractices, and therefore there is a special standard operating procedure which has been laid down by the Commission, and it will be monitored very strictly. The Commission also lays emphasis on promotion of environment friendly practices, and therefore Commission expects all political parties and all candidates to discourage use of environmentally hazardous material such as plastic in their campaign. This time Commission is very concerned that noise pollution by way of reckless, widespread and flagrant use of loudspeakers will be discouraged because it disturbs general public, it disturbs students, it disturbs patients, etc. And as usual, there will be no use of loudspeaker between 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. Police and election authorities will clamp down on this aspect. Law and order. We are committed to conduct elections in a free and fair manner. Adequate central police forces will be deployed along with local police for confidence building measures. They will be deployed in advance. There would be area domination, route marches in vulnerable pockets to build faith in the minds of voters. Deployment of central paramilitary forces will be under the oversight of central observers and with their approval. Election Commission has already started monitoring preventive actions prior to announcement, and now we will start monitoring more strictly. Commission is committed to provide protection to members of scheduled caste and scheduled tribe. Wherever needed, provisions of Scheduled Caste Prevention of Atrocities Act will also be invoked. The limit of expenses for candidates is 28 lakhs for UP, Punjab and Uttarakhand, and 20 lakhs for Manipur and Goa. Again, Election Commission is committed to control misuse of black money, cash, 20 lakhs. Cash, liquor, gift and drugs will be controlled. There will be elaborate expenditure monitoring mechanism in place, our surveillance teams, our flying squads, and there will be complete enforcement of our enforcement agencies. There will be complete coordination. Some new initiatives have also been introduced which we would like to share for information. Number one, booths or kiosk, or in common parlance basta, which are set up by the candidates outside polling stations will be deemed to have been set up by candidates, and entire expenditure on these kiosks will be included in the election expense of candidates. Our district election authorities will lay down rates, and our expenditure returns have also been modified accordingly. Secondly, candidates will be required to open accounts in their banks, and as per our directions, expenses above rupees 20,000 will be made out of this bank account and will be through check. Similarly, our existing instructions are being reiterated, where donations and loans to be received by candidates greater than 20,000 rupees will be by way of check or draft.